By Weather Rate, sponsored by AC Designs.
Sandbags and hurricanes, something that typically go hand in hand here across the first coast and really all of Florida. And we are starting to see some things ramp up yet again down in the tropics. We do have just kind of a tropical wave that the National Hurricane Center is monitoring just about a few thousand miles to the east of the Lesser Antilles. 40% chance of development here over the next 7 days. So we are not expecting any immediate impact either in Florida or in the first coast, at least within the next week. But there is a very broad area where they could potentially see this thing going. Some models take it much closer to Cuba and then eventually into the Gulf. Others kind of have it rounding right along the Bermuda High that will typically set up at this time of the year, and it could scrape right by us to the east and we wouldn't even have to worry about it. But still a long ways off from that happening. So they're still going to continue to monitor this over really the next week or so. So this is what it currently looks like on infrared satellite for the time being. But the trade winds are going to continue to push this just kind of wave of moisture further and further westward and eventually up towards the Caribbean here over the next couple of days. Now, there will be some drier air mixed in that may limit the amount of organization within the next few days, some Saharan dust trying to limit that growth, but kind of gets rid of that by the middle of the week. So by Wednesday, Thursday, Greater Antilles and east of Puerto Rico could start to see some development there, which our next named storm would be called Debbie. So just another key note to keep in mind. And then that moisture starts to make its way a little bit closer into the western Caribbean and potentially up into Florida. So timing wise, we wouldn't see any of this moisture or any potential impacts likely until the end of next weekend and potentially even into the start of early next week. So we will continue to monitor that tropical wave here very, very closely over the next couple of days. But at least for your Monday tomorrow, looking pretty good. Mid-70s to start you off, quickly warming up into the 80s and then low 90s for highs tomorrow afternoon. I think most of us will stay dry tomorrow. As that east coast sea breeze rolls on in, we could see a few isolated downpours, 1 or 2 stray showers even along that I-95 corridor and the St. Johns River. Otherwise, though, most of us not going to see any rain or thunderstorm activity until potentially after sunset. Some models are trying to depict this kind of extra wave of storms coming in from the west and northwest tomorrow evening. If there's enough energy left in the atmosphere, once that meets with the east coast sea breeze, we could see kind of a secondary formation of some thunderstorms moving from west to east late tomorrow night. But really not all too concerned with that potential impact as it rolls on through tomorrow night. So we'll have to see if that actually occurs or not. But otherwise, most of the days dry tomorrow. Better rain chances, though, for your Tuesday. Scattered to widespread thunderstorms, pretty similar to how we have seen most of this weekend and even late last week. Temperatures, they start to warm right back up. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid. Temperatures in the low to mid 90s here most of this coming week. Now, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we will see some rain and storms around, but nothing widespread likely until we get to next weekend. Looks like it could be another wet and rainy weekend next weekend here across the first coast.
Thank you, Rob.